showing you how to make this look. I had so much fun doing this, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I kind of brought back sort of the 80s, sort of incorporating some quite bright colours. So obviously, as you can see here, it's this amazingly bright pink, and just matching it is this eyeliner. I didn't realise how much they were going to match when I started doing this look, and I just love it. It's got a little bit more blush into it, it's more rosy, it's just a look I had so much fun doing it. If you want to see how I created this look, please carry on watching, and to everyone who watched my video before, you don't realise how much it means to me. Any kind of likes, any kind of subscribes, it means so much to me, just purely out of the fun that I'm getting from doing these videos, so thank you so much for that. But like I said, if you do want to see how I made this video, keep on watching and I will show you how. I'm just going to start by pinning the hair out of my face, just so it doesn't wind me up, and then I'm just going to brush through my brows, make sure they're neat and tidy for when I go in with the Eylure Brow Magician. This is in the shade Mid Brown. I do love this because it's got this precision crayon on the one side, which helps me colour in my brows, get the look that I want, and then on the other side it has a tinted brow gel, which accentuates the hairs, makes the brow look a lot fuller, and it gives me that look that I want. Because of the look today, I didn't want my brows too bold, I didn't want them to take away from the look that we're going to create. And then when it does come to the tinted brow gel, I do like to give my eyebrows a good brush, also create the shape that I want. If there's any tweaks or anything, this does really help get them. I'm just going to go in with the P.louise base now. This is in the shade Rumour 02. I'm also going to use this to outline my brows, just because I'm going to be popping it all over my eyelid as well, so I might as well use it to outline the brows, create that sharper look. I'm just going to continue to shape the brow with this eyeshadow base, just so it can seamlessly blend into the rest of my makeup when it comes to that area. Once I've done that, I'm just going to cover the rest of my other brow and then just start putting it all over my eyelid. I will blend it out so you can put it quite roughly to start off with. You don't need to do a neat job of this. And if there is any new looks or questions or anything like that you'd like to ask me, please leave a comment down below, just so I can answer them and maybe create some looks that you recommend. But then we'll be just getting a plain flat brush, just blending the concealer out to create that seamless look, which, as you can see, is created quite quickly. I do like to make sure it's blended out to the rest of my face, just to say in case you get any powder or anything, you know that it's going to blend out a lot more seamlessly and it isn't going to completely ruin the look. But I'm just going to go in with the Toofaced primer just to prime the rest of my face, let that sink in while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. Primer is so important to me, especially with having oily skin. Then I'm just going to go in with the Alyssa Edwards palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just going to go in with the lightest shade, basically white, which is headliner, popping that on my eyelid to stop any creasing or anything like that. Then I'm just going to go in with the colour The Supreme, just to create that blend, help transition all the colour seamlessly. And then I am just going in, darkening it out. I didn't want to put too much product on straight away because I do love blending so much. I'm now just going to go in with the colour Texas Made, this really nice bright pink. And I have to say, all of Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows blend so lovely, I can't fault them. Whenever I do eye looks, I do like to create them to a bit more of a point. This just tends to help lift the eye, create that more open look, which is definitely something I love to achieve. I do love to make my eyes look more eccentric. I like to make them look a lot bigger, and with doing more of a point, you can achieve that quite well. I am just staying with Texas Made, just on my brush, I'm just trying to get a bit more pigment into the eyeshadow, especially with this pink, because it is such a gorgeous colour. Obviously be careful with your blend, you want to keep on blending all the colours together. Even though you're using the same colour, do try to keep on blending, because the contrast of the different pigments can really change the look. Then I'm just going to go in with the Unicorn Tribe. Just again, I'm bringing it out to that point to try and lift my eyes a lot more, and then I'm just adding it to that outer corner. I do really love mixing these colours together, because with this palette you can really create that monochrome look where you are keeping it to the pinks, to the purples, keeping it very simplistic, but you can create such an amazing effect with the eyeshadows. I do have a lot of fun creating single colour looks, and I do have a love for creating any kind of looks. So any kind of suggestions or anything else to try, please let me know, and I will give them a go best I can, and hopefully I'll do a video for it as well. Then I'm just gonna go in with Believe, another colour of this palette, which is more purple, and I'm just going to be adding that to the outer corner again, just to define my crease, make it look a lot more shadowed and still create that lift of the eye. I'm just trying to blend that all through the crease, and what you don't see in a second is I am just going back in with Texas Made just to create that contrast of the eyeshadow. One thing I think you never really see in a lot of beauty videos is the fact that you do have to go back and forth. You're never gonna have it perfect first time. But then I am just going to go back in with B.B.D.C just to again define the crease, make it a lot more darker, help define the eyes. And obviously with that I am going to go back into Unicorn Tribe, just darkening it out, trying to keep the colours quite well together, still trying to keep that blend as seamless as I can. So I am just constantly going back in with all the different colours. Once I'd done messing around with the colours, trying to get the crease as seamless as I wanted and the look that I wanted, I decided that I wanted to try and make a cut crease. So I grabbed my favourite base, obviously the P.louise base, and I just popped it onto the base of my eyelid. I do love to look straight up just because it creates that indentation with the base of where I want the crease to go to. Obviously it's never going to be perfect straight away, so that's why you keep on messing around with it, creating it. And cut creases, now I finally feel like I've got a bit more of the knack of them. I don't mind doing them as such, but when I first started trying to do cut creases I felt like it was mission impossible. Then I'm just going to go back in with the lightest shade in the palette, which is Headliner. I do truly think that it would have been a lot better for the look if I went straight in with the colour that I picked, which was Texas Made, truly, because the pigmentation would have paid off a lot better. What I did find was certain areas the base was a lot more tacky, which is completely my fault, and so it would pick up a lot of the pigment better in certain places. I soon evened it out as much as I could. Obviously it wasn't as perfect as I wanted straight away. Then I'm just going to go in with the eyeliner now, I'm just using the UV eyeliner in the shade Pink. I thought this really matched quite well with the Texas Made eyeshadow, and I really loved the look that it created. It was quite subtle once I popped the lashes on, but apart from that I really liked it. But to prepare my eyes for my lashes, I did just go in with the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, just so when I popped my lashes on, my lashes would be mostly blended into my falsies. And obviously once I pop my falsies on, I always pop a bit of mascara on after, just to make sure that they're blending in quite well. The lashes I was using today was the Eylure London lashes in Dramatic. This was the texture 157. Really like these lashes. I do love a good full lash, but I didn't want to go too bold because then I'd be taken away from the look that I created. That's just the look close up, just so you can get a bit more of an idea of how I created it and what it looked like after. I'm now going to be going in with my favourite ever foundation, which is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear. This is my all-time favourite foundation. If I was ever struggling with what one to go for, I'd pick this up every single time. Even though it's a drugstore foundation, it's probably one of the nicest ones I've ever used, and I will always recommend this foundation no matter what's in my drawer. It has always been my favourite. I didn't want to drag this video out too long for you guys, so I already blended the rest of my face, so you didn't have to sit there and watch me blend it all. But once I did that, I decided to go in with the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in Bamboo. Just place it on my under eyes, my forehead, my nose, my upper lip, just to create the look that I really enjoy. And I do really love these matchsticks. Even though I am oily skin, there has been a lot of controversy about these matchsticks, but I have to say, personally for me, they've always worked quite well. But once I popped that on, I just wanted to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. I just went in with one of the darker shades shadow just on the middle section of the contour palette, and I just placed that on my cheekbones, on my forehead and on my jawline, just to add a bit more of shading and shadow into my face. Just accentuate the features and create a look that I really enjoyed. I do love contouring so much. Once I placed the contour on all the places that I wanted to, I just tried to create an amazing transition that didn't work out as perfectly as I wanted it to, but hey ho, just of me blending it all out, just so I didn't have to make you guys watch it or anything. If you did prefer me showing you how I blended it or anything like that, just so I can obviously include that into my videos, or if you did prefer it the way that I did it, I can keep it how it is. But then I'm just going to go in with the Revolution Pro powder just to set my face, bake it and create that look that I wanted to. But once I left this to set in, I did just take the colour Texas Made and just pop it on my lower lash line, and what you can't see is I also grabbed a bit of Unicorn Tribe and created a more of a smoked out bottom lash line look. I am just then going to be adding a little bit of mascara to the bottom of my lashes, and then again I'm just going to go over it, which you can't see, just on the top of my lashes, just to blend them more say into my falsies. Once I'd done that, I just wanted to brush the powder away from my face. I did leave it a couple more minutes than this, and I just wanted to get a brief showing of me brushing the powder away. It's quite simple, and I'm sure that if you've done makeup for a bit of time, you probably know how to bake your face, but if not, you just pop the powder on, obviously leave it to set for a bit, and then just brush it off. But once I'd done that, I went in with the Morphe bronzer in Debutante, and I just went over my three areas, so my cheekbones, my forehead and my jawline, just to create that shadow, that dimension, and really just bronze up my face. But the blush that I was using today was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Vegas, Scorching and Babe. I really like this blush. It's really highly pigmented and a little bit goes a far way, and because of how bright the colours are, it does mean that you can create a really nice look and you're not overly using products, so you could really justify this purchase because you do know that a little bit's going to go a long way with this. I do sometimes like to add a little bit of blush on my nose just to create a bit more warmth to my face as such. But once I'd done that, I did just go in with the e.l.f. highlighter. On the package of this, I do not actually know the shade, but I just know that it looks like this, and I just took the pink side of it and just added it to my cheekbone, my nose, my upper lip and my chin, just to create a bit more of dimension to my face, and who doesn't love a good highlighter every now and then. Once I finished with the highlighter, I just went in with the Stunner Lip Paint by Fenty Beauty in the colour Unbuttoned. I absolutely love this, and I always feel like with this lipstick my teeth always look a lot whiter, which, let's be honest, who doesn't love that? You can see a bit of my concentration face, so I do apologise for that. But after that, I am just going in with the Toofaced mattifying setting spray. This is the Peach Mist one. It smells so lovely. If I could, I'd probably use it as a body spray just because of how lush it smells. But anyway, it is a setting spray, so I suppose I'll use it for that. This is the look all finished. I really enjoyed creating it, and if you did create it too, please tag me in my social medias. But thank you for watching. Bye!